I think today's topic is such timely topic I want to discuss with you guys. I want to discuss what I've noticed. So many new AI drama and shorts. I have to say I like some of them. I watched a lot of them. Part of the reason is because I wanted to capture this moment before more AI dramas are starting to overflow on the social media, especially in the Chinese social media, 小红书. I also follow Twitter, X, and YouTube, Instagram. Every social media have the different dynamics, and I don't want to be always on social media, so I have my own timeline of observing what's going on. It's so crazy how Chinese jump into AI, because I think a lot of people's mentality is now is the time. It's like when computer started, we have to jump on it, we have to make money with it. A lot of topics on Xiaohongshu is like, this is the time you have to jump into AI, start to make money. The goal of this, I don't want to get too serious. Also, I don't want to be too lighthearted about this topic, because I think now is the moment to be cautious of what we can create. But also as an observer, I wanted to see what kind of things that gets popular now on social media, 小红书, when it's AI related, because it is so different than I imagined before. What kind of things people are making with AI is kind of mind-blowing. So first of all, I have to mention one of this AI drama that I dropped the link here. As you can see, this is one of the screenshot of this drama. It's really popular in China. It's 11 short episodes connected on YouTube. I'll show a little bit, just a little bit. I'll turn off the sound. It's pretty realistic, as you can see. The story is about this girl from little town, and then she want to be a model in the big city. How much she struggles in the reality of her life, and how much she have her resistance, and it's kind of encouraging, somehow inspiring. It's pretty cliche story, but a lot of people obsessed with this girl. Now has more followers on social media than a lot of celebrities, just because of this AI drama. And also she started to take commercials. A lot of people complain because she took one commercial for sunscreen, like spray on her body, sunscreen commercial, but she's not real, right? Like people's like, she didn't even try, she's not real. How can you buy a stuff that you definitely know that's not real? And then some people argue, like, even if they follow the celebrity, yeah, they're a real person, but sometimes they sell things that they never tried. So how would you know that is real? There's a debate about it, but one thing that can't deny is this girl gets really, really popular in China right now. It's freaky. Her face, I have to say, is like this girl's face combines a lot of Asian beauty standard. She looked like one of the Japanese celebrities, and then she also looked like K-pop star, and a lot of Chinese, like mixture of those popular faces. So they definitely, the person who created this AI drama, the whole drama, definitely make this character popular. That's one really big topic and famous AI thing that happened in China right now. There are also a lot of shorts, animation style, something like this. Is kind of like fantasy and remind me a lot of popular doll mystery box. They have those dolls, and the story is pretty interesting. This is one, and I'm not going to show you everything. I have the link here. If you're interested, you can go take a look. Most of them have English subtitle, but this one, the long one, doesn't have English subtitle, but you can find it online. I can share my impression about this drama, why I find it's pretty addictive to watch. First of all, I'm interested to see the facial expression, all these AI characters, what they look like when they're sad or surprised. I have to say, like, sometimes I can see most of the, especially for the not the main characters, those side characters, their faces, their facial expressions quite intentional. Like you can tell when they're jealous or when they're sad, like they have certain facial expression that like I can imagine what they're writing with AI prompt. But with the main character, somehow I think they paid more attention on each details. They probably did a lot of it's pretty big budget, I think, when it comes to prompt, because a lot of time it's very subtle facial expression, so it looks pretty realistic. And somehow I feel it can bring me, like, it doesn't make me feel detached from the drama, which is kind of crazy. Like, at the end of the drama, I do feel like I feel her pain, I feel her struggle, even though I know she's not a real person. And then because it's AI, so they don't need a huge budget to have shots in different city, country. Looks pretty big budget, and especially for the makeup and the setup, the fashion. I really like that part about this drama. But I'm pretty sure a lot of the fashion, the makeup is all combined, right, from the popular K-pops or fashion week, all these images. I'm not sure where exactly how they prompt it. I have no idea how they prompt it, of course, but I'm pretty sure it is from a lot of resources. They're already existing fashion things or makeup or stuff like that. The problem is, like, sometimes you can tell they try to make the tone of each scene very similar to each other. So at the end, like in between certain scene, I feel a little bit tired because I can keep looking at, I feel like I keep looking at one same scene, but actually the background is different. That's the thing about AI. I think they're trying really hard to make it consistent so it doesn't drag the audience out from the drama, feel somehow emotionally attached. So, but still, like, when you compare with how many years ago, like 2-3 years ago, or even like a year ago when I watched, I was just like tricked by one of the bunny jumping trampoline. That was like not even a year ago. Now you can see the whole drama with one character, and then they're already booking the season 2. I think the season 2 already out. But it is somehow trigger me to think about how eventually everyone can create their own character. Almost like if I get optimistic, I can say you can create your own character, whatever human or creature you want with AI, and almost like have a pet. You can create a character, you can make a character experience the story you want, have certain magic, whatever you want the character to be. But as a creator myself, on social media, YouTube channel, this channel, I always try to think more different direction perspective, and I have a lot of talk with other people, how they think about AI drama. Of course, I want to hear you guys giving me more opinions about what you think about it. What do you think if you watch a whole drama, or do you want to make a character that have a storyline, or create your own short film or long feature film with AI? There's a lot of question about it. If you're interested, the tools out there are getting easier and easier. Here's one. I'm not gonna lie, I did try to play around the character, and I did try one tool. It's called Tap Now. So Tap Now combines with, this is not sponsored, of course. This is one of the most popular AI generating tool in China right now. So what is crazy about this tool is you can control the character, and you can have the agent to help you create storyline, and you can combine images together to create videos. Like, you can drop as many images as you want, and then create videos based on these images. That's like, it's like mind-blowing. And this is like the canvas. You can make unlimited images and videos and expand the story based on the character. Unlimited, of course, you have to pay. My 200 free credits almost done. Because I'm still debating what kind of thing do I want to create with this powerful tool. To be honest, after I finished this whole drama, I was like, I want to create a character, and I want to make a story about this character. I want to let a character wear whatever fashion in my mind, because I'm interested in digital fashion. That's something I've done before. And but what is the goal? It have struck me. And then the other day I saw a TikTok of some university student talk about, she studied AI and I think AI and culture, and there's a couple articles that she introduced that get my attention. I was like, before I start look into how to create all this character and how to make my story out there, I think I need to know more about what does it mean if I create things like that? Like how will this AI image are generating? I had a basic information. I had learned about how AI is generating image, but I didn't really dive deep into it. So I did have these articles listed here. If you're interested, it's very, very good article. The first one is this Kay Crawford. I have seen her AI analyzing like a whole wall of development of AI and technology in one of the exhibition in Tokyo. She has spent so much time on learning the politics of machine learning. So this article is all about that, about the machine learning, how AI perceive image, create image, how words, like each words we type, affecting the images that we generating, and how AI was trained actually is really somehow depressing. Also deep in the like a philosophical way. I think there's one example I find really interesting, like how I was taking some notes I want to talk about with you guys. The potential meanings of the words that we write, and then how complex that is. How we write and how we see the work. For example, the image when we see it's labeled in a certain way. How are the words labeled affecting how we perceive the image? For example, one of the artwork long time ago called, oh yes, White Flower. So this is one artwork called White Flower. It's nothing related to white flower, but when we know the title of the work, we perceive the artwork in a different way. It's one of the really famous painting that, like the artist creation. So a lot of words that when they machine training the AI, is kind of biased or racist, all these political reasons. So that's why I find a lot of images or characters or things I try to create is very somehow biased in a way that very generating from like the average of everything, and it's somehow also affecting how we perceive and generating things that what make it matter. So in my mind, I start to think probably when we are creating things, or everyone when you create AI generating stuff, it is really important to see what is the intention behind what you want to create. What is the experience you had that make you want to create things like that? And the conscience, the emotion, the purpose is super important at this moment. Before social media, you can create whatever you want and spend a long time to focus on one thing. And what make me, because after working with so many artists in the world, right, I think what's the most amazing thing that artists can do is to find meaning in little things and then recreate that meaning with the skills or their unique perspective to show to the world what this thing is. With AI, you probably doesn't really need a lot of skill to develop, but what is really truly important is the intention behind it and what kind of image or world you want to create to show everyone. Is it inspiring? Is it, try to shock people, you try to scare people, whatever that is, it will become another resource for the future, whoever's creating AI, because it will be one of the data you're creating. So it's even getting more important to figure out what you want to do. And that's why, again, I have talked about taste a lot, and I had this argument, not argument, more like things that I want people to share, because I saw some articles and YouTube videos, like a lot of people talk about how one of my favorite YouTuber was talking about taste is nothing to discuss because it is what it is. If you were either born with the family that have the good taste, is a least thing, but it's not a least thing for me anymore. After research all this thing about AI, it's so important to make sure you decide what matters to create. And I write this part. This is what I write on my notes. Every image we upload or make become part of the visual memory the future AI system may learn from, because it's become the data, what we were making, and then because it's so easy to make, so a lot of people are creating stuff. Just a couple words, you can get image, just like couple words with connecting the the dots with the image and the character and the story, then you make a film. And what kind of image and work you want to leave here for people to watch. It turns creativity into something larger than making beautiful things. So instead of, I just want to make a beautiful girl, be the influencer online and catching people's attention. Yes, that could be the case because that's what everyone wants, to get attention. But at the same time, because it's so easy to make, so eventually people will get so sick of that. I don't want to see another beautiful girl online on Instagram. I probably want to make some very unique character or have very unique story that triggers some kind of thoughts. I think that's how creativity change in the age of AI. When it comes to machine learning, if you read article, you will see how the dark side of it. And then when it comes to optimistic, I also think it creates a whole new world about how you can make a whole world for yourself with just, is there any resistance about it, or is there any process of failing or learning curve, or like the struggles? Yes, we still do. When I think about if I want to make a story, I still do, like all these thoughts in my mind. I still the creative thoughts. I still need to imagine what kind of outfit, what kind of thing that my character wear, what kind of story. That's still the creativity. But how can we change or make the things that we create has more value than it's supposed to? I think AI world right now needs more artists or creative mind to output more work that has more value, and or trigger some unbiased thoughts, or trigger some thought that make people think twice. Yes, you can make a cliche story about a girl struggling to be a star. That is the story a lot of people feel like, oh, I still want to feel. That's a popular drama, like AI drama in China right now. That why a lot of people like it, because they still feel that. At the same time, those kind of popular content, I don't know, I feel like because everyone can make that similar kind of content because of AI. So eventually it will die down. Maybe people don't care about those kind of story anymore. And the power dynamic may change if you as individual wanted to tell a story, unique story from the bottom of your heart that you don't need budget. Yes, you have to pay for it. It's not cheap to create a drama, of course. But compare with, say before I want to be a filmmaker and I have to have so many budget to create a film, and then also a bunch of people to do that with me. Compared to that, it's not such a big deal, right? And it's not too much money to create a whole drama or a short film or some even like images that you wanted to show your perspective. For this episode, the goal is to let you guys know I've seen so many AI creative things. I'm not denying the power of it, and I don't think you should as well. Also, don't deny the power of what you have in your hands. I wanted to create my own character, but now I start to think what kind of image I want to throw out there. I had to put more thought into it because it is too easy to create. I will keep looking for more contents and things that I find is valuable and important to share with you guys, and hope you enjoy this and hope you like this kind of content. Thank you for your time. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.